Round number 2 is Cracked on reverse, though. Does anybody remember when Cracked.com was good? It was good in like the late 2000s. And then it was not. When did it not become good? I think it was not good after they like got rid of After Hours, because Cracked After Hours was a very good web show. But I don't think I've ever seen content from Cracked in like the past, I'm gonna say 12 years. I know the Michael Swaim, you know the guy on After Hours, the funny guy, the one dude who was the only funny guy on there. He is working for IGN now, because I watched a random IGN like news video. And it was him, and he was the one reading the news. I was like, what the heck? What are you doing working for IGN 10 years later, reading like the gamer news? He was like, hey guys, Michael Swaim here with your latest hot gamer tips about the new COD map. I'm like, what happened? WTF is Cracked. It was a funny website. I don't know if it's still funny, but back then it was very funny. They had funny articles, but now I have a feeling if I go back and read them now, it will not be as good as it used to be. Michael Swaim started the Small Beans YouTube channel. Then got the IGN job. Okay, so yeah, Small Beans. He started his own channel making the same content he used to 10 years ago, and nobody cared. Then he said, screw it, I'm just gonna be the freaking newsreader for IGN, which honestly is a better idea. Is there a YouTuber you used to watch back then that makes you cringe now? I mean, if I watch any video from like 2010, I'm probably like, oh my God, why did I watch this? I watched this one guy called Oboe Shoes Games. He made a Dishonored 2 review, which was okay. And he reviewed Last of Us as well. He made like a Last of Us review where he made a joke about not zombies. It was kind of funny. But then everything else he's made since then, he started playing like a balloons game, and it was like, oh God. Daily challenges end in an hour, play them? I'm not a big fan of daily challenge. I want the weekly challenge. The Odyssey is the weekly challenge. Because daily is just too, it's just too temperamental, no, temporal. There we go, is that temporal? Is that the proper use of the word temporal? I don't know. I'll look it up later. No, I won't. The weekly challenge is like, it means something to beat the Odyssey because you get trophies. You get cold, hard trophies for beating it. You get a big memorial to your accomplishment by buying a USA skin for the village. You know you're good if you have an American flag. Where's the American flag? There it is. It wasn't there when I was spawning it in. You know you're good if you have the USA Village flag. But if you beat the daily challenge, you get what? Like, oh, I beat the daily challenge, guys. I got like 60 monkey money. Ho ho. It continues costs like 300 monkey money. That's nothing. It's like 1/5 of a continue, which is the only thing monkey money is good for. Besides buying Cyber Quincy, of course. Yeah, you are. Whatever happened to your main channel? I only make videos on my main channel when I feel like making videos on my main channel. And lately I have not felt like making videos on my main channel, so there are no videos currently on the main channel. The reason every single video on the main channel is non-stop quality is because I only make them when I feel like it, when I'm struck by inspiration for me and Chappie to play Outriders for 2 hours and make fun of it. But if I don't feel like playing Outriders for 2 hours and making fun of it, then I'm not gonna do it. Was Outriders on the main channel? Yeah, it was, Chappie. I put it on the main channel. I put like a Wojak thumbnail as well. I made like an ultra clickbait video. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I already got my 100K subscribers plaque. I'm never gonna get 1 million, so why do I care? I'll make a review of the next Ace Combat game when that comes out, maybe. Who knows if I will? I will. I probably will. And the review will probably be, this new Ace Combat game is the best game of the year, except it's not as good as Project Wingman somehow. I think that shouldn't be the case. Project Aces, can you make it good? Can you make a better one next time, please? I mean, it's fine, it's good, but it's just not as feature complete as I would like to. Although, Ace Combat 8 will probably benefit from Ace Combat 7 having insane sales numbers for the series. It had really good sales numbers, like freaking Namco Bandai was probably super happy with that one. It sold very well for Ace Combat game, because it's like the only arcade flight game that's out there. Like, what are you gonna do? Buy a PC and play DCS World? No, you're not. We both know you're not gonna do that. Come on, get real. So Ace Combat 7 is pretty much the only like good flight game you can get currently. Never played Ace Combat, should I? Do you like airplane? Do you think that flying an airplane would be fun? Because if you don't think that flying an airplane around with missiles looks fun, then you probably won't like it. But if you do think that flying an airplane around with missiles looks fun, then you probably like it. Does have an airplane. Does have missiles, which I'm told are 2 of your criteria. I got Microsoft Flight Simulator when it came out on Game Pass for $1. I downloaded it, which took a while, because it downloads the entire Earth. No, it streams the entire Earth. So why was it like 100 gigabytes, whatever? It was a big download. And then I flew over, I took off from an airport near my house. I found my house. I flew around the area around my house for a few minutes going, hey, I know that place. And then I crashed the plane into the ground because I was bored. And then there was no explosion. It just had like a cut to black and said your airplane has crashed. And then I refunded the game, or I canceled Game Pass because all I wanted to do was see my house from my airplane, and I did. But I put it on like baby's first controls because I was not interested in like monitoring all my gauges, because like you get in the plane, there's like 5 million like dials and stuff. I'm like, look, give me the dial that makes me go and the one that makes me stop, and tell me how to turn left and right, then I'm good. But it tries to be like realistic. It's like, this is a flight simulator. We gotta be realism. No. You don't gotta be realistic. All I'm trying to do, Microsoft, is see my house. Just let me, I wanna fly over to my house and look at it. I mean, it's if you like flight sims, I'm sure Microsoft Flight Simulator is your jam. If you like really terrible games that aren't good, Breath Edge is your jam. Hey-o, got him. I still hate that game, it sucks. Even modern pilots don't do that. Yeah, they have autopilot, exactly. Okay, we've cleared the airspace of the international airport waters. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on autopilot and fall asleep for 16 hours and get paid 200 grand a year over. And he turns it off, sits back with a cup of coffee and sleeps. If there's a problem, he'll wake up, because if the plane starts nosediving, he's gonna wake up. It's gonna go, everybody will be screaming. He'll get like a feeling in his stomach of the plane sinking. He's gonna know. If there's an issue, he'll be awake for it. So it's probably safe to just snooze for a couple hours at a time. Like if you're flying over land and your plane has an issue, it's like, yeah, you can find another airport to like land at, but if you're flying over like the Pacific Ocean, you know, like halfway there and your plane has an issue, you're dead. So there's no point in even stressing it. There's 2 pilots on every commercial flight. They take shifts. Yeah, they both sleep at the same time. They both wake up at the same time. It's a racket, dude, by the pilots union. You didn't know? They have 2 pilots that they pay for every flight, but they're actors. They're not even real pilots. They dress up in the uniform and they sit there at the end of the flight and they go, hello, I hope you had a good flight, haha, and they smile. But then they go into the cabin and they just sleep and the computer takes over. And Siri flies the plane. they like get into the plane. They plug their phone into the aux and they're like, okay, Siri, fly us to Las Vegas. It's like, okay, I will fly you to Las Vegas. So the hardest working people on the airplane are actually the stewardesses who give you the Coca-Cola. They're like, you want a Coca-Cola? And you're like, yeah, kinda. Then they pour half of a Coca-Cola can into a cup that's much too wide. And then you're like, okay, this kind of sucks. When is this over? 3 hours? Okay, I think I can watch like Avengers or something, right? In the in-flight movie catalog. We don't have that because we're not in first class? Okay, well, how about Sky Mall? Yeah, let's look at Sky Mall for the 3rd time. Oh, that garden gnome is crazy. Oh boy, flying is very fun. Oh, there go my ears. Awesome. One time, I was trying to land, I wasn't flying the plane, but I was on a plane. I was waiting to land for like an hour because it was snowing. And so we were circling the airport forever. And the pilot, legit, this is a true story. He came on the radio and he said, just so you all know, we almost had a mid-air collision with another plane, but we didn't hit it, so we're fine. We should be landing in the next half an hour, so just sit tight, folks. And then and then everyone was like, wait, what? We almost, why would you even say that? Why would you even tell us that? Why would you even tell us we almost hit another, what do you, no, don't just keep it to yourself, dude. So then everybody was just sitting there like, are we gonna die? Are we gonna crash above the airport and explode? But we landed eventually. Almost crashed, lol. Anyways, have a good flight. Yeah, pretty much. If you're working at McDonald's, like the customer ordered a burger, you don't gotta show them a picture of the kitchen. They don't gotta see what the Taco Bell kitchen looks like. They don't gotta see what the floor looks like in there. You don't wanna know, you know? You don't wanna know. When you go to like a food restaurant, you don't wanna see the kitchen because you know it's probably gonna be nasty and you won't wanna eat your food. But when the food comes out on the plate, looks pretty good. You eat it up, no problem. It's like that. Like, I don't wanna know the inner workings of the piloting, how you almost crashed like 6 times, which is why, by the way, they replaced it with an AI so that no more crashes happen like that, unless the AI turns evil, like Skynet. Also, Skynet is a very good name for airplane AI, so we might be in trouble there. Hey, we beat island number 2.